Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Nico here, and we are here for another video of Road to Top 100, which now obviously is much better than that because we're top 60 right now. We had a good streak now, so let's hope we can continue with that. And yeah, I see that we're player 2 here, so that's stuff we like. That's definitely our favorite spot to start with, as you probably know by now if you've watched a couple of my videos. Rule number 1 is complaining about being first or fourth if that happens, and rule number 2 is blame our first hand if it's not balanced enough. We have some nice cards here, especially 3-cost cards here. The Bene Gesserit ones are nice, might push us towards ARMAND, to be honest, and I think that's just what we're gonna do here. So let's hope for a good hand here, at least one that allows us a bit of flexibility. I wouldn't mind starting with smuggling, so if Paul would be so good in going to full space instead, would be greatly appreciated. Alright, it's not the most balanced hand, but it's gonna be alright, because we have at least faction access in case, and second and most important is we have smuggling here. And we have one smuggling access next round thanks to the signaturing, so that is fine as well. But for some reason, and that will be my first and only complaint about that first hand, is for some reason when we are ARMAND, we never get the signaturing first. I mean in our first hand, meaning we see things here, we want to snatch things here, but we don't get to do that. But it's the least of our problems, so I won't complain too much about that. Yeah, I wouldn't commit too early in that conflict, because obviously Baron will most likely trigger his Hardy Warriors, his Master Stroke going to Hardy Warriors, so that will be 8 in strength directly there. We won't really be able to compete with that. Actually Helena can, now that she committed that troop. It's quite smart, because she can go to Carthage or Arakin anyways, and send in another 3 troops makes it 8 as well. So she might just be able to do that and prevent Baron from winning the first conflict, which could be good, because Baron is known to get an early start by default, so if he can avoid getting a point on top of that, would be good. So, if we want to trigger a coordination, we kind of have to go to Haga Basin. I'm not a big fan of burning the water too early for just 2 spies here. Don't see much value in that. And given we will be able to recall next round to get 5 spies out, 5 Solari plus 1 6, I think we just go to wealth. That will allow us to trigger an early Swordmaster, and from next round onwards we should be able to use coordination almost every time. And here I'm not too much in a hurry to trash Dune, the desert planet anyways. For me the priority is to trash daggers, and we don't have any of those, so that's one more argument as to why I don't mind not getting coordination active this round. Also means we have 5 persuasion, which is not too bad. Hopefully either of those 2. And an Arrakis liaison, I would assume. That could be as well just a way of getting a bit of influence without going there. That's obviously something ARMAND is hungry of, is ways of getting influence without committing too many agents, so that could be an idea. Anyways, I will go for gene manipulation first because I like trashing even as Armand. The more you trash, the better you feel. But no, I think we will concentrate on high persuasion deck, as Armand is strong with, given you can trash and clean your deck out of those low persuasion cards. Better buy high persuasion ones to make it more likely that Spice Must Flow can be bought. Seems Helena did not go for the full combat there. Kinda missed that, but yeah, she went to tech negotiation with her second agent. And Baron already has a very good option on the Fremen Alliance. It's a bit too bad that both Bene Gesserit sisters were taken, because I would have really liked snatching one with our signaturing abilities. Maybe we still take Spice Workers instead of a second liaison, I'm not quite sure. Could make sense though, because I don't see ourselves going there too much. Let's start with the recall here and our early Swordmaster. That feels good. And what do we snatch? No, I think we keep going on with some high persuasion. No, let's take that one, because we should be first to reveal. Actually not, because we will have our Swordmaster. Yeah, anyways, it's taken already. Dagger to Swordmaster, and last agent will probably be a diplomacy somewhere. Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a few Solari out of that if it's cheap. In terms of troop commitment, we could. Otherwise, False Base could be an idea. But I would expect it to be taken actually, if not by Helena or Baron, definitely by Paul, because that gives him shipping access. So if someone could take it before Paul would be good, because we don't want him to have too early of a shipping access there. Baron had already his 2 faction accesses used last round, so he can't go there, actually. So it seems Paul will have an early access. Six. So sending in 3 troops here is surprising, to say the least. She really wants to earn the 6th Solari. So, the early Swordmaster, that's very nice to have. So Paul will definitely go to shipping, Helena secrets, so we should have at least one of those Fremen spots. I would hope for still suits, because I don't really want to commit too much in the conflict. And normally Baron does not have any more faction accesses, so we should be able to go there. Now the only question is, does our troop yield us 2 or 4 Solari? Will depend on what Baron sends in here. Oh well, actually 2 true. But does he have daggers? He played one, so he has 1 in his hand. I think we also will have 1 in our hand. But do we want to go for High Council next round, in which case it could make sense to... Oh wait. Oh, that's surprising. Paul did not go to interstellar shipping. Did he not have a way of going? Ah, he just mixed his deck again. No, he did, because he used a signaturing for that. He might be targeting Reverend Mother. Interesting. Yeah, I think we will still fight for it. For second place with just 2. Or do we? Let's double check what Paul played last round. Played Seek Allies, yeah, and the second agent was Reconnaissance. So he probably has, yeah, and he revealed nothing. No swords, I mean. So he has 2 daggers in hand now. So that means he gets to 6. Let's just go for a water and not commit anything, because we would tie with Baron if we send in 1, and 2 troops to get 2 Solari is a bit too expensive in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not too disappointed not to have persuasion here, because there's not much I would want. I mean, the Reverend Mother would be very nice, but that anyways we would be very far from having it. Oh wow, yeah, I did not count on the Imperial Bashar. True. We did have that. We could even take the Protectiva if we want, but we only have 1 Bene Gesserit. I don't see that as a play. I mean, we could try. We will thin our deck, so we should be able to see more often than not the cards we buy. So let's bet on it, because we will most likely not be able to go that often to faction spaces given our deck, at least as it stands right now. So at least now we have Spy Smuggler for some Spacing Guild and Missionary Protectiva. If we get it played with Gene Manipulation, then that would be another way of getting bumps. No one has Swordmaster money yet, so we are happy with ours as it stands. Yeah, that's always the risk with the Protectiva. We could though play a research station to try and fish for the Gene Manipulation. But we would have nothing to trash with the Gene Manipulation, except what we would have played right now, which would probably be signaturing, because we don't have the spies for the Spy Smuggler. And is it worth it trying to fight for Gene Manipulation just to trigger that effect when we have Diplomacy next to it, which in the end brings us an influence bump where we want? So I don't think so. But what I wouldn't mind is maybe grabbing some spies with the Signet Ring, playing the Diplomacy to Fall Space, and using the Spy Smuggler to have shipping access when our turn will come. And it already puts that point away, which would feel good. That's the smart play. He can then use his second agent for a Swordmaster and then still go to shipping most likely. Let's do the full space play. So we Might still be able to also get something out of that conflict. Given, again, we would predict Paul to go to shipping after his Swordmaster pickup. So he should not really be coming in that fight, I would expect. Now Helena drops back to 4, so we might even be able to... Yeah, probably not fight for more than just 3rd place. Depends on what Baron does, but I don't want to overcommit here again. It's not a very interesting conflict. Okay, invasion ships. Oh, well, flagship uncovered there. So let's pick up that spice to allow spice smugglers to play afterwards. I think we go for a liaison here, nothing very interesting in terms of cheap cards. And here, I think we can... No, we don't have to actually, because the plan would be to play the spice smugglers, so let's just send in 1 and see what we do with those 2. Normally we should have a place to play them, to play spice smugglers at Carthage, given Paul should be going to Interstellar shipping this time. If not, then what is even the point of getting 2 full space in the first 2 rounds, if not to use shipping track as much as you can before anyone else has access. Does he go for the... Yeah, that he shouldn't choose right there. He should first buy his cards to see if that 2 persuasion could be used for something else. Because now, let's say In the Shadows pops up, costs 2 persuasion, super strong card, you want it. Well, you're already committed to your sword, so I don't think you can come back there. Then again, I might be wrong because I never tried it that way, but I would expect that to not work. So you first buy, and when you're done with buying and you're happy with what you have, you can commit your sister to something else. Anyway, so here we definitely go to Carthage for an instant card. We have something here. I think we can send in another 2 to try and win it. The Menta, does it do something for us? We don't have a great hand next round. Maybe we shouldn't. Although we have 2 waters, so we could go for a research station and go from there. Could also just use cannon turrets, save a troop. No, let's leave it at that. Let's see, because in the end that is worth 1 troop, but it could be worth much more if someone has a dreadnought, so let's keep it for now and not plan on burning it. Oh, that's too bad. We're 1 away. That one I would have really liked, obviously. Should we just trash spice smugglers now that we have the... Or do we trash Protectiva? We tried, did not work, thank you, goodbye. Yeah, maybe. I feel like it should be one of those 2, and in the end this one has also a reveal a bit more interesting. So, yeah, we tried, did not work. Should we go for space travel? Could make sense now that we have spice smugglers, maybe at some point we want to lock in the alliance. That would have been much better as well for the Bene Gesserit place. Those 2 would have been cards I really want. But they probably won't be ours, at least not the Web of Power. That stuff usually flies. People just take it as soon as they see it. I mean, typically if you see in the shadow or web of power round 1, you can be 80 or 90% sure someone will reveal early for it, which to be honest makes sense. I also did that, but it just shows the power of those two cards especially. So our good card is here. The Reconnaissance to Research Station might be something we want to do here, if shipping is taken. Do we want? Because it will mix our deck into this. Yeah, to be honest, that looks much better than what we have here, so let's try to make something happen quickly. Also, given the fact we have 4 agents here, basically those 4 cards, it's a bit complicated to play all of them without an interruption. But there is no water, so we're not really in a hurry. I think first we want to do High Council. It would make a lot of sense to have that now, and probably will guarantee us Spice Must Flow with a research station, so that could be very valuable. Spaceport. A shuttle fleet there. Some interesting stuff. Maybe spy satellites could make sense for us. I mean, now we are already halfway through in another 2, so we would just be missing Bene Gesserit. So it's not that desperate in terms of influence. Actually, we also have that point already there. It's just hidden. I forgot about that card. Otherwise, in terms of influence, how much do we have? 4 or 5 if we count that one. Helena has 3. Baron has 5. And Paul 3. So we're not too bad considering our strong incentive in not going there most of the time. But we're doing well. I think we're on track with what we should be doing here. Okay, Spy Satellite is gone. Yeah, that is a strong one for her. She could really just disregard those, although it means Siege Tab and shipping would never be unlocked for her, so she might still have an incentive to get those going. But she can fully focus on the Bene Gesserit alliance first. No one seems to be going for their Swordmaster this round. Only Paul and me have it as it stands. We will now do Research Station to have maybe other cards than yellow accesses here for our 2 last agents, and to hopefully, yeah, for sure, get over 9 persuasion. Let's not commit too early. I feel like we will probably get back to a combat space. Maybe false space to still suits would also allow then gene manipulation to Siege Tab, trashing both a dagger and a reconnaissance this round thanks to gene manipulation and our passive ability coordination. True. Oh, that is a Swordmaster for Helena. How did she get the money? I saw 7 before. Ah, she had Windfall. That came in handy. Web of Power taken by Baron, obviously. As expected, that one would not stay there very long. Still suits taken. That is a bit upsetting, but we can do gene manipulation to Carthag then instead, to make sure we can play gene manipulation, to actually play just on the combat space without a Dune. But then false space needs to yield us 1 persuasion. Is that? Yeah, it's 100% guaranteed, so that's fine. We can play it that way. Machine culture. Let's see if we get to activate it. Yeah, I mean, 1 unit, best case the water and the spice, worst case the spice is a bet I'm willing to take. Sorry, I wanted to check the TECHS actually. Sonic Snooper would be a cheap one that we could buy, but the other ones are quite expensive, so we would need to hope that something cheap hides behind Sonic Snooper for maybe this, but let's see, it's not really high priority. Oh, shifting allegiances. But yeah, we won't get there. Paul can get it first anyways, and for us, priority is the spice must flow here. Paul did go for satellite ban instead of shifting allegiances. That's crazy in my opinion. Let's take a bit of influence there, given we can't go to Hardy Warriors. And let's play one to make sure we don't exceed the level. Yeah, we're in a very good track. I mean, here we can try to go for an alliance, maybe Spacing Guild, maybe Emperor. And then we're just missing one step with the Fremen, one step with the Bene Gesserits, and that should be it in terms of our influence involvement. Oh, ooh, that one looks good. Maybe better than a spice must flow at this stage to us. That's a point here, close to the alliance, close to the alliance. That's insane. Yeah, for sure we take it. That is one tasty acquisition we will be making now. Just unlucky that we're missing one persuasion for the shifting allegiances, because otherwise here it would have been a swipe. Yeah, we might not be done with our influence play, because if we can get those two alliances, that would look great. Definitely. Do we fight for one water? I feel like we could, because there's not much we can play anyways in terms of entry cards, so if we pick one up we will probably get one robbed, so let's just burn one here basically. For one water it's not the worst burn. Yeah, especially if Helena burns one as well. I don't mind that. Get those combat cards out of the way. Could actually even overtake her, but that's not really worth it, I think. Tiebreaker can be valuable, especially when there is no Chomer key on site. It can be valuable. What is our next hand? Spice Smugglers, nice, because that would lock in the alliance. Diplomacy could lock us in the other alliance. We are missing one spice though, so then our third agent would need to focus on getting a bit of spice. Let's see what comes out here. I think priority would be to take that spice then, because here I'm not really threatened, whereas if someone climbs up one rank here, I would be willing to play Spice Smugglers first thing. Maybe we change our mind a bit. Do we go to shipping then? Play the long game? Could make sense also for machine culture, just to pick up Sonic Snooper. Let's actually do that. Oh, and that allows us to snap the shifting allegiances out. Okay, that means we won't be able to get 2 spies though, so that's a bit of a bummer for spy smugglers. Maybe we play just diplomacy to full space and keep the Emperor alliance for when we recall our shipping. Yeah, that could make sense. Actually, we don't need to use diplomacy, we could also use space travel for it and then diplomacy for wealth if we are not really interested in the conflict. Where does Baron take his influence? I'm very curious to see. Okay, so he's not competing with us here. So that just leaves Paul potentially. Baron will get his Swordmaster this round. Paul is taking 4 space. That does not look great for us. Not much we can do for that. Probably we'll just go to wealth now, secure the other alliance, so that next round, if it's still available, we would get the alliance from shipping. That also gives us 2 troops we could commit with our last agent if Carthage or, I mean, any of the cities open except research station. In the end, even if we don't get that alliance, it's not that big of a loss because we got that additional bump thanks to Chome directorship, and that, I mean, it yielded us already 2 points here, and obviously that alliance as well, so we already got a lot of value out of it. So it wouldn't be dramatic, but obviously we will fight for it if it's available to us. Okay, Baron, probably... Oh, sorry, Paul, seemingly very eager for that conflict. Can we actually do something out of it? I'm not sure we want to mix our deck like that, so Arachne is probably not really an option for us, because signaturing, diplomacy, especially diplomacy actually, and spy smugglers are cards I would probably want to see again quite quickly to lock in that alliance as well. Wouldn't hurt. Then again, here 9 cards, we have 3 triangles or 3 yellow axes, so it would give us a high chance of shipping next round. Whereas here we only have signaturing on top. Might be a bit risky. Let's maybe... Yeah, let's maybe draw a card. Hopefully not a yellow access here. No, that is a bit... that's not ideal because now we're not sure exactly what we'll get. I mean, let's put it in another way. Let's really hope we get another yellow access for next round, because now we only have 2 out of those 8. So there will be 3 cards left. Let's just hope it's not both of them. Especially because then our hand would look horrible. We would only have blue and green accesses and probably like convincing arguments and Chome directorships. Paul for another victory in this conflict. Does he have Impel Bashar again? Because that would... okay, no, it's just his second point from conflict, so we can let him have that. It's not like we can do something about it, but yeah, just checking. Could actually also just buy appropriate instead. Recall here. It would mean we can't get Sonic Snoopers though for free if we go to shipping next round. Okay, so Paul competing a bit for alliances overall. Not too bad if he's got other distractions and not only the Spacing Guild one that he wants here. Do we make sure we get the alliance now? I feel like, yeah, let's trash Dune the Desert Planet. I know I'm just complaining about the lack of yellow accesses, but I feel like once we're done with this time, the shipping track, we're probably done with it. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, anyways, we won't. We have a new yellow access here, so let's keep it there. I think we advance. We try it. We could try to get Sonic Snoopers out of it, or actually even no shuttle fleet. We can't. So we're missing one spice. Does he lock the alliance? Probably. Yes, and I think it's a good play. It's safe to make sure that this can never be stolen from you. Just a bit of a review of who bought what here. Satellite band, so that gives him an additional access to Spacing Guild, obviously. That's the one he just used, actually. Chris Knife. Okay, so Baron actually got Reverend Mother. Need to pay attention to that in case he's got other Bene Gesserit cards. He does. So if he gets that combo going, we might be losing Spicemas Flow potentially. Okay, so Helena seems to go for that conflict, which is good for us. She does not have any from previous conflicts, so it's better if those are a bit balanced equally among our opponents. What do we have actually? Yeah, just Influence Track and one alliance, so it's nothing special, let's say. Let's hope for a yellow axis here, really. We need one to get going. No. Well, that's not good. Now is it? Because Paul actually can, if he goes to shipping, well, we kind of need to hope Baron will go before him, because otherwise he can get the alliance before us. That's a bit of a bummer. Should we go for a Menta actually? Maybe we do that. With gene manipulation? Probably not. Nothing to trash yet. Except maybe Signaturing. Might be time for it. Imperial Spy is not too bad, but don't really want to buy it. No, let's go with the Liaison first. Oh no. That's the worst. Any of those two would have worked fine. Yeah, we have Shifting Allegiance, so actually even if he takes it here, it's not the end of the world, we can always shift it. But yeah, it's still not ideal. Would have preferred being able to recall it right now, or at least with our next agent to smuggling would have been good, but yeah. Anyways. Let's hope Arakin is open for us then. Maybe we trash the directorship from our hand. Not sure. we have 0 water, so maybe we go for a water. Ah no, we need to draw a card. Draw a card, then a water, and then we could use shifting allegiances to Hagabasin, for instance. Oh no, and he didn't go to shipping. Baron, what is that? That's a problem. Oh, him neither. Crazy, we would have had shipping now if we had the card to go there. Which we obviously don't. No, but Shuttle Fleet allows him to take that alliance and get the point, close to a point with the Emperor, probably. Or does he prefer it with the Bene Gesserit? Alright, what did it uncover? Another expensive one, but that is a very interesting expensive one for us. Yeah, let's draw another card. I mean, at this point. Okay, now we have shifting allegiances. Yeah, we could use it to go there, claim the 2 spies, and use those 2 spies for the shift. That could work. Do we wanna fight here? It's round 6, so we shouldn't overcommit, but a water out of it wouldn't hurt. Everyone still has 2 agents though. Let's just send in 1 for now. Probably we will follow through anyways, maybe with the gene manipulation. Or maybe we first do shifting allegiances. Not sure how long those will be open here, but I'm quite surprised that Paul didn't go there. Oh. Flagship gone. Ah, now that's a cheap one for us. That is a cheap one we won't mind taking. Research stations, so still no shipping. I think we go to Siege Tab first, get a water out of it, make sure we can play gene manipulation somewhere where we can actually make use of it, otherwise Dreadnought. No, because if I could add another deck with that, I might, if we had 1 more spice basically, but given we don't, I think I'll just do... I'll do Siege Tab here. What are we discarding here? I feel like we could discard this. Actually the Spy Smugglers now, because we should be sorting that situation out. Signature has a bit more agent icons, so I quite like that. Should we fight for it? Can we? That would be 8. Then we recruit another 3. Maybe we do. Then again, no one has significant garrison. Baron is not really threatening us here. Yeah, no, let's not fight for it. It does not bring us much value except locking in the alliances we already have. This one we will fully lock it in thanks to shifting to smuggling play. And then it will just be a matter of taking back the point we will have given up for that shifting. So probably with the Fremen. Then we go back there when we can. Or do we just shift to go 1 up here? Because the thing is, I'm not sure exactly when we can go back. There's only diplomacy that allows us to go there. and it would mean Siege Tower is locked for us. So we might not really want to do that. We might not want to do that. Oh, but now with treachery out, we kind of need to lock it in fully. We cannot just afford to go halfway there. Okay, well, let's hope Paul is actually not going to smuggling, otherwise we might have missed the boat there. Alright, nice. He's probably targeting a spice plus flow here, which we actually could have as well, but it was not really part of my priorities this round. Let's recall. Nice still. Yeah, that's not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, let's go down with the Bene Gesserit. I feel like, if any, those are the least problematic, because it does not grant any special access here, but I want to keep Siege Tower, I want to keep shipping, so. And I want to keep that alliance, because I'm not sure exactly when we would be able to go back there, and it's less value endgame than Bene Gesserit fields, I feel like. So, are we taking the troop transports and still sending in some? Let's take it just to have more troops here, and I feel like we can put it one just to... No, it's actually worthless for us to get more. Yeah, let's leave it like it is. It's just to get one additional troop and to get the tech out of it. Chomerky, now that it's here, our tiebreaker loses a bit of its value. Yeah, we probably will need to try and get that Chomerky if we can. Would be great. Yeah, Lady Jessica would have been good right here, getting that point back up directly, but it's not gonna happen. But I mean, if treachery comes our way, that would be great. Let's see what Paul does. I would assume he still takes a spice must flow, but we could be surprised. That's crazy not to come in when you have 8 in power there. Okay, so he gave up on his spice must flow for Lady Jessica. Does he mix it up right there? Oh, yeah, okay. Anyways, treachery will be good for us. Not really interested in those 2 extra Solari. As we can see here, we already have quite some of those. Ah, we actually have appropriate, right? That one could also allow us to get one more deck. We could buy Chomerky with it. Hopefully we get appropriate right now. Would be awesome. And now it's round 7. Game on. 2 VPs for whoever gets there. Okay, diplomacy we have, but we kind of want to visit combat spaces more often than not here. Do we use machine culture just to buy Chomerky actually? We have 2 waters, so we could also just go for a research station actually. Quite like that. And it should be open now that Helena decided for something else. Thing is, yeah, buying Chomerky means we need to hope for an entry card we can play right on the spot. Otherwise, that might not work. Oh, but yeah. It's probably gonna be Barons unless he goes for Holtzman, but maybe goes for Holtzman given he's looking for Solari. It's probably a sign he's gonna join the High Council. Seems to think about it. No, alright, that's Chomerky. Gone. Oh, but that's a cheap one. Yeah, now we have two easy cheap ones to potentially grab. Or the Holtzman Engine could also feel good for us if we get appropriate. Because we have the Solari for it. We don't have any Spice Must Flow yet, but we definitely plan on buying one now. And we see the game going probably for another round. Not entirely sure, but everyone is quite far from 10. And even with a win here, it's still a bit of a stretch. It could happen, but I think it's likely that it's not gonna happen this round. The end game. So let's play a liaison, or because gene manipulation we can't trash anything anyways, and yeah, we don't have any synergy with any Bene Gesserit, so we can play. What is happening? Oh, now it's so research station will hopefully give us the appropriate, amazing, and shifting allegiance as well. Let's see if we get to use that as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, we could have use for it actually, just to get that Bene Gesserit point back up. But we will also have treachery at some point next round, so we could also use that for it. Appropriate, where do we send appropriate? Maybe to grab some spice. The problem is now we have 0 water, so it's just about 1 spice. I'm not sure it's entirely worth it, but then it would allow us to trigger shifting allegiances in case. No one can get to Holtzman right now, so maybe we do. Dune the Desert Planet to grab 1 spice, and then with appropriate we go to Dreadnought and we buy both at once. Holtzman with Solari and Sonic Snoopers. Actually, we can get it both now. We can get artillery instead of Sonic Snoopers. Then that's our 3 TECHS, and machine culture would be working. I quite like that. Let's see. Yeah, Paul will probably then buy artillery. Yeah, that one's gone. Restricted ordnance would also be quite nice for us, but we can't get to that. We can't get to that because here we can only get 1 spice, so that's a total of 2. Yeah, I think we start with this. Wait, no. Because that means we can't buy a second one. We kind of want Sonic Snoopers, I think, then on the side, to at least have already 2. Let's not use shifting, let's just use Dune. to get one spice here. Send in 2 troops. But that means we can't send in the dreadnought afterwards. But, yeah, better to get that point active, and let's see afterwards what happens with the conflict. But I want that endgame point ready, and I wouldn't mind getting the Holtzman engine. So do we need to discard here? Did he get... No, okay, thankfully, because that would have been a bit of a bummer for us, sending out 3 persuasion would have meant we would be at 10, but then playing appropriate, for instance, would mean getting down to 8. Let's now be careful about what he plays, because he took that Reverend Mother back, so if he plays now a Bene Gesserit card... No, okay. Thankfully for us. So now appropriate... Send it here. First thing, I think... Should we first buy the cheaper one? Although there could be Minimic film, for instance, it might be worth more. Yeah, let's first take the Holtzman engine with Solari, because that's one that can really be worth it for us if we get another Spiceman's Flow. Oh, Memocorders. Yeah, I think it's good that we did it in that order, because I prefer Memocorders here. We're not too far from activating it. Yeah, let's take that point to make sure we have it and we don't need to commit any agent there, and now we can try to focus on getting those 2 bumps for a Memocorder. Would be nice. We have the 3 TECHS, so that's the point sorted. I think it's good for me also to have taken Memocorder, because Sonic Snoopers, like an idiot, I would probably have trashed it to recycle 1 intrigue or 2 before realizing, oh wait, I need 3 tech, and trashing 1 means I lose 1, so I think it's better that way. It's funny that no one really committed to that conflict. Baron has 5 intrigue cards, so he might just have like a rapid mobilization or something, but if we win 2 points with 4 troops, that's a very, very profitable conflict. Okay, so he played 2 intrigue cards here, probably indicating that that he's getting his intrigue cards down and does not intend to do so during the combat. Oh, okay, no, then Paul actually got his angry Impel Bashar in the way again. Probably won't reply to that before his reveal turn, will we? convincing argument. No, Dune the Desert Planet. Let's keep our persuasion as high as possible. Paul already revealed. He's got 0 intrigue cards, so no demand respect or anything that could give him a point after the combat win. T seems to take those 2 points. That will bring him to 9. Or can Baron actually do something about the conflict here? No. Maybe should have focused less on TECHS and more on the combat to get those 2 points and be done with it. Could have been a better play, but I saw the TECHS, the fact that the Holtzman would give us a point if we get another Spiceman's Flow, the fact that Machine Filter would work as well, felt like this was the best way to optimize our points, and to be honest, I did not expect us to be that comfortable in that conflict. I mean, had I known that, I would probably have committed more there and focused fully on combat. Oh, alright, we have Treachery. That could bring us up 1 and shifting allegiance. That's amazing. Yeah, him winning the conflict, Baron would be at 9, and Tomerky on his side, and intrigues might also mean something to him. But us now, Treachery, shifting allegiances should allow us to get both up here for the Memocorder to be active. But we also really need to focus on persuasion here. This does not waste any persuasion, so that's fine. So maybe we want to do Steel Suits to get to water and hope that no one goes to research station. Or do we play shifting to Menta? Shifting to Menta, hoping that it's not... I mean, that is a 2 persuasion card, otherwise we might have a bit of a problem. Let's maybe first play Treachery to Steel Suits. Oh, he's at 14, yeah, obviously. Highliner. We probably can't really win it. Or can we? I think we first need to do something here. Do we want the Menta? Yeah, maybe the Menta first. Thing is, we will show our hand by having to go down here, go up twice here. We will need to play Water Peddler Union probably, but that's okay. I don't see any of them necessarily going for this, unless it's a Hardy Warrior, but yeah, let's first do Shifting Allegiances then. Let's hope for a 2 persuasion card here, otherwise we're a bit in trouble. Okay, that's nice. Should we actually go down here? No. Maybe it is better. Yes, let's do it. I think it's safer. Then at least we're sure we have this point, even if Treachery cannot go there. because someone else might have taken it by then. Anyways, let's quickly... Oh, that's amazing. We have it already. Okay. I mean, amazing, no, because treachery, we should be able to go there anyways, but if not, that guarantees us the Memocorder point. The Holtzman Engine should be active as well. We will make sure we don't go below 9. So that's Spice Must Flow is 9, Memocorder 10, Holtzman 11, and Machine Culture 12, if nothing else with the conflict. 12 should be already quite good, to be honest, but I mean, obviously we will try to optimize the outcome as much as possible. There is no endgame tech here. Actually, we have them, except Chomarchy, we have both that have an impact. I don't think there is any other. 1 entry card for Paul. Can Paul do something about it? Plans within plans wouldn't really work for him. Corner the market might give him a point if he gets another Spice Must Flow end of this round. Same for Baron, would give him a point. Plans within plans useless as well. So yeah, 18 treachery yields us 13, counting the troops we can send in. And then we would have maybe signaturing to Carthage. Another 3 in 19. I mean, let's see. Maybe we still get somewhere. Let's first do treachery, I think. Yeah, because if those are gone, we lose a lot of our firepower. So let's make sure we can get to hardy warriors now. Send everything we have. Let's hope Carthage or Arakin are open. Actually, Arakin would be better for us because it could mean we can use another agent. Because as it stands, if we play either Signet or Araki's Liaison, we can't play anything else after that because we need the Spice Must Flow. Well then, that's pretty much sorted. We could still go for a tech negotiation, and maybe we should do signaturing to Haga Basin if it's there, gives us 2 troops, and then Araki's Liaison to tech negotiation for a restricted ordnance, gives us basically 4 more, whereas right now going to Carthage, for instance, it would mean only 3 more. Oh well, okay, that's behind us already. Then let's just keep it simple. Oh, well, that's gone as well. Yeah, we don't have much of a choice then. We'll just go to a siege tower to be able to deploy as much as possible. We get to 19 and a maximum of 21. Maybe that will work, although I would expect Baron to have more, but we're still gonna fight. We have a tiebreaker, he has a Chomarchy, so this spice is definitely useless, so best we can do here is just get as many troops as we can in there and hope for the best. Do you want to acquire anything? Not really. Can we do something? I think we have to then. Yeah, for some reason I can't undo it. Yeah, whatever. Should not have clicked on it, I guess. Let's take a Spice Hunter for the fun of it. Paul at 10 already. Did he get a Spiceman's Flow? Not the second one. So he can't have a corner of the market or a plans within plans that help. Doesn't have Dreadnoughts. It could be a Grand Conspiracy that yields him 1 point though. Because High Council, 1 Spiceman's Flow and 2 factions with 4+. That would work for him. That's a point here, and a point from a Spiceman's Flow. So he would end at 11 if he wins the conflict. We will use the tiebreaker and hope for the best. He only recycled 1, meaning he's happy with 1 of them, which is not very reassuring. Yeah, it is probably Grand Conspiracy. My bet would be then that he does have a Grand Conspiracy worth 1 point. Meaning, actually, if we win that conflict, yeah, we get 2 more than 11, because otherwise tiebreaker, if we need to use it for the combat, we obviously won't have it. Yeah, this is worth 2 points certain, and the combat here, sending 1 more troop or 2, is 2 points uncertain, so I think it's worth early revealing. Even if we lose the combat, that shouldn't. Yeah. So let's hope there's not that auto pass. Because I really need to play tiebreaker. Yeah, true, I didn't win anything with conflicts. Super stressed now, because if it passes and I can't play my tiebreaker, that could be a... Oh well, he gets those 2 points. And the Chomerky means he does win over us, right? Because... Ah no, we have 12. Thanks to the machine culture. So we need to keep the tiebreaker just in case we tie with Paul. So, how does it end here? Well, we can also hope for something else in the last entry card we should be getting here. As a 3rd place, actually, because we don't really want to play the tiebreaker here. We want to make sure we can tiebreak in terms of spice with Paul. Although I don't see any way for him to have 2 VPs hidden. This should just be a Grand Conspiracy, I would assume, with 1 VP for him. But let's see. Basically here, if I burn that tiebreaker to go in front of Helena, means I get 2 spice plus the entry card. And this gives me 10 spice, so for sure I should not burn it, and I should just keep it and see the entry card from there. Hopefully it's worth as much as the entry card from the 2nd place. Okay, did not auto pass, which is nice to see. Wondering why it happens sometimes. If it's a bug or if it's something I do by mistake. So Baron said in the chat he doesn't have anything else, so probably he stays at 11, which to be honest I hope. Because if he gets anything more than that, his Chomorki will make him win over us. But let's see. Amazing. Another victory. I think it's the fourth in a row. I don't want to jinx it, but it really nice. I enjoy that, and obviously we're climbing, so that's all positive. Let's have a look where we stand now. 47. Yeah, let's check what it means in terms of elo. We should be at 1586, I think. Yes. Where do we stand compared to, let's say, the top 30? Yeah, still 30 elo to go, so that's another 5 win in a row. Probably won't get there as easily, but we have 17 days. Sorry, so for sure we can make that happen, hopefully. And anything, yeah, top 40 is well in our reach. Thank you very much everyone for joining, really appreciate it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and yeah, can't wait to see you for the next one. Have a good one, bye bye.